One of the things that I love to show people or to use as an illustration of our true identity and our being coming disciples is a sponge. A sponge. A sponge is going to emit or distribute whatever it has soaked up, whatever it's absorbed. So my question today for you is, what are you absorbing? A lot of the ways that we do that is just simply through our brain. I've been doing a lot of research on the brain. I've been loving it. But one of the things I've known for a long time is the brain is kind of like a sponge. It absorbs content. And whatever it's absorbed the most, it's going to give out the most. And that is so true. When you and I are with other people that are compassionate, it can affect our level of compassion. Our character is impacted and affected by the relationships around us. So I want to encourage you, whenever you know, and your brain does this, your brain has a sense of identity. It connects with a group of people that's like, my people do this, or my people do that, or my people love this, or my people love that. There's a connection that our brain makes to others whenever we have a healthy attachment to those people. Even an unhealthy attachment can create an identity. Gangs are a space and place where individuals take on an identity because they feel like in that environment they're accepted, they're given worth, they matter. When you and I come into faith with Jesus, it's an environment where all of a sudden we have new value, eternal value. It makes a difference. So to be with people that are like Christ, to be with people that are pursuing Christ likeness, influences our brain. And all of a sudden, my people do this. The Apostle Paul is reinforcing the truth about our God-given identity in Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Listen to this text. He says, therefore, as God's chosen people, that's the identity piece, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, listen to the well that's being filled up, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Love that. What's he saying? He's saying, I want to remind you of who you really are. You are God's chosen people. My people are God's chosen people. My people are those that have embraced Jesus so much that the character of Christ is now becoming our character. The thoughts that Christ has, Jesus has towards others, are now becoming the thoughts that I have towards others. So he's reminding us of our true self, our true identity. If you have been neglecting meeting with others, this is kind of a wake-up call. Maybe it happened during COVID. Maybe you started to disconnect from meeting with others in worship, not being in a small group because you had to sequester yourself. You had to isolate a little bit in order to be safe. Well, that was okay for then, but this is now. I don't know what maybe has caused you to get out of the habit of meeting together. We looked at that passage in Hebrews chapter 10 a couple days ago. I don't know what's caused you to have that kind of habit, but I know that the kind of habit that's required to be a more compassionate person comes from being with more compassionate people. I want to invite you. You could, plug back into YC. You could join an online community if you want to be online. But whatever you do, make it a priority to be with people that illustrate, that model the kind of character that Jesus has for the world. Not the kind of character that judges the world and only can see what it does wrong, and to have no compassion, no care, no concern, only wants to call them ridiculous people for believing something other than we do. My goodness, the Bible is full of reminders. At one time, we too, this comes from Titus, at one time, we too were foolish, disobedient, deceived, and enslaved by all kinds of passions and pleasures. Listen, all of us have had screwy ideas. All of us have been off course. But when you start hanging out with people that know and love God, you also have an increased love for those who don't yet know and love God. That's called compassion. It's what makes us want to reach people that are lost. It makes us want to disciple people that are found. It makes us want to hang out with people that cultivate that kind of identity. Who are you? You are God's chosen person, one of his people. He uses the plural because he wants us, he's calling us into a brain change, a renewing of our mind, that we belong to a greater cause. And that cause does not run away from people in trouble. It runs toward people in trouble. That cause is not condescending and judgmental. That cause is filled with compassion and care and comfort. Lord Jesus, empower us to not neglect meeting together. Empower us, Lord, to recognize who we really are and to be with people that don't stand in judgment of others, but reach out in compassion to others. Make us more like yourself. Lord, empower us to encourage others, to stimulate others, to love and good deeds. Lord Jesus, we want to represent you, your love, your forgiveness, and your compassion for others. I look forward to seeing you this weekend as we take on the next one of our topics, which is going to be how to build stronger networks, teamwork, how to be dependable. I hope to see you this weekend. God bless. I'll see you soon.